Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for another positive spin. You had to know this one was coming. Today we're going to be talking about Hellraiser Revelations. Now, as far as my relationship with this film, which is how I start my videos, I have no relationship with this film at all. I bought it directly when it came out. I watched it. And I didn't really remember much about it a few days later. All I kept hearing was how people hated this movie, how it was the worst Hellraiser movie, that they only did it to save the rights, and so on and so forth. I disagree with that. This has never been my least favorite Hellraiser. This might be middle of the road for me. I actually like this movie, and I think it offers a lot in the Hellraiser franchise. That's my opinion, and I'm going to share with you why. Let's put a positive spin on Hellraiser Revelation. This movie doesn't waste any time getting started. Probably because of the short runtime, but it keeps you engaged throughout the entire film. Now, of course, this is a mixture of found footage and regular footage. I always hear people say, oh, this is a found footage Hellraiser. The found footage is really not that much in this film. I'd say if you balanced it out, it might be 70-30. And the 30 goes to the found footage, in my opinion. And I just watched it. So, alright. When Nico opens the box, you get a sense of fear when Pinhead is out of focus. And that is part of the found footage. I thought they did that part really well. It kind of gets you to feel something that you can't feel when it's not found footage. What I mean is the shaky cam, the blurry. It's almost like setting up for Pinhead to come, but it's making you wait because you really can't see him that well. And part of it is found footage. I think that works for the film. I already talked about that, but it supports the mythos that there is more than one Pinhead, because you do see another Pinhead in this film. I don't want to spoil this movie because I feel like a lot of people probably haven't seen this film and just go along with everyone else and just say it's one of the worst movies ever made. I don't feel that way. I really don't. I really like the house where this takes place. This takes place at the parents of one of the main kids in the film. It's just a really nice house, and I think it's cool. And I always remember the house for some reason. Don't know why. Steven changes in this film, because this is about Nico and Steven. Steven changes in this film. It's gradual, and it's pretty cool, in my opinion. I like where this movie goes. It has great effects. I think the twists are fantastic, because there is more than one twist in this film. You get a sense of incest in part of this movie, and you're disgusted until you find out one of the twists. I think that's really cool. Contrary to popular belief, I think that Pinhead is decent in this. Now, granted, no one will ever replace Doug Bradley as Pinhead. He is the one who made the character what it is. He's the one that everybody loves. I think this guy is decent in it. He had big shoes to fill, and I don't think he did a terrible job. It's a solid horror film. This movie is a solid horror film. It's very mean-spirited, which I like. This film doesn't spare anyone. And if you've seen it, you understand what I mean. And at the very end of the film, when they're opening the box, I like how it glows. You don't normally see that in Hellraiser movies. Now, maybe that's a turnoff because everybody expects consistency in the Hellraiser films. But this one, I don't know, it just has a really cool glow to it when the girl is playing with the box at the end. Not her box, the box. But I really like this movie. It's not my favorite Hellraiser, of course. It's not my second favorite. It's probably middle of the road for me. I do like it better than some of the movies that weren't even written to be Hellraiser sequels. This feels like a Hellraiser film to me. Maybe not as much as Judgment, but I do think that they were on the right track with this film. I mean, you get the one guy coming back, and for Nico to come back, Steven has to bring him people in order to kill. That's reminiscent of the original Hellraiser with Frank. So I just don't understand how people really hate this film. It's definitely not as bad as what everyone says. I'm interested in your thoughts, though. Definitely leave them down below. Make sure to keep them nice, please. I understand that this is a movie that is generally hated. You had to know that we were going to do this, so tell me why you don't like it. Just don't say it's a piece of crap. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear why you don't like it. Validate yourself, like I'm validating myself right now. This has been a positive spin on Hellraiser Revelation. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.